could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away.
Hi friends! So it's time to open up the next reading vlog. It is currently March 2nd. Reading has been going very well for me so far the last couple days. I'm really happy with what I've gotten read. I only have one digital read and then I have everything else here physically. So digitally, I did read Courting Trouble by Kerrigan Byrne. I had this as an audio, and after The Business with Blood, I was really worried about there being casual racism in these other books. But the only thing we're dealing with is class differences, which in that time period was very normal, but there's nothing racial going on here. So I don't know why that was a choice for The Business with Blood. I did enjoy this one. I'm not sure I'm going to continue anymore with Kerrigan Byrne though. Just knowing that she was willing to casually throw in such racism just kind of has put me off her for a little while, which is really disappointing because I really enjoy some of her novels. So I'm kind of at an impasse with her. But Courting Trouble was good. It felt more novella length. It was pretty short. The audiobook was only a couple of hours. I was able to knock it out really, really fast. So again, not a bad book. But I'm on the fence about how I feel about Kerrigan Byrne right now. So with that said, let's move on to the things I have physically read. So first up, I'm going to quickly talk about Toriton, Birds of a Feather. This is complete at 2 volumes. This is a boys' love series in which our main character here, I just forgot his name, Inazaki, can speak to birds and has been able to speak to birds since he was a young child. And then he goes to this cafe every day. They have a lot of cats there, but it's not technically a cat cafe. So there's kind of some fun jokes around that. But anyways, the son of the proprietor is there, and they start to talk and form a friendship. But along the way, our detective main character guy here, who's a private investigator, like a private detective, but he's also just kind of the neighborhood will pick up anything for a little extra money kind of guy at the same time, starts to talk to this particular crow, and feelings start to be shared around, and they end up having a relationship together. And the way that this built was very slow and very nice, and I really appreciated that. And I also liked that the reveals between the two and their secrets came out in a way that was very organic for the situation that they were in. Nothing was forced. Neither of them forced the other into a situation where that would happen. And it ended up being absolutely great. I really enjoyed this. This was a buddy read with Bizarre over at Bizarre Individual. We've had pretty good hits with everything we've buddy read so far, so we might buddy read some others again soon. But I really enjoyed the art in Toriton as well. It ended up being a really nice art style for me, and I ended up really enjoying it. So he's kind of sassy. They're both, and he's just like the quiet guy in the background. And it's just really cute. I really enjoyed all of this. I would definitely recommend picking this one up. I think it's a great one to dive into if you're looking for a short boys' love series. It's not really smutty at all in the first one, but in the second one you do get some sexual scenes, and they were really nice. And, you know, the son of the proprietor is 18. He turns 18 before there's kissing or anything between them. So, and I think he's only in his early 20s. He's like 23 or something. So the age gap's not big or anything, and it's not gross. It's not illegal. Everything feels fine. It was just very nice. And there wasn't this I'm gay for you situation going on. They were both just falling in love with each other. And it's great. And I really enjoyed it. Had a great time. Another one that I absolutely loved and adored was Asumi-chan is interested in lesbian brothels. So throughout this, Asumi is essentially going to these lesbian brothels to hopefully find her first love, which was like this girl who was a few years older than her in school, and she's who she shared her first kiss with. And like, it's just really sweet and really cute. This is like Dick Fight Island, where it's really smutty at times, but at the same time, it has this layer of sweetness and innocence to it that I absolutely love and adore. So if you're interested in a really sexual Yuri title, this one's really fun because we're seeing Asumi also explore her sexuality more, because she's not really, other than this one kiss that she shared with this friend, she's not really explored her sexuality very much. And so this is her kind of exploring that. But what's fun about it is the brothel that she frequents is actually the one that her crush runs, and they've both been thinking about each other for years, and I'm just here for it. I really think this is going to go in a really sweet, really cute way, and so I'm very, very excited for the future of this one. So yes, very, very, very happy and excited and want more. And then the other one that I've finished so far is Monster and Beast Volume 2. I actually really like the direction of this one. We get to know our human protagonist a bit more in this one, and he does have some secrets, and he doesn't feel like he's a good guy, but this beast thinks he's a good guy, and it's really just sweet and precious, their relationship. And then there's some outside circumstances, and that's how you end up getting to know him a bit better. And I just really enjoy it. I like this series a lot. I could understand why someone wouldn't, though. It's a very niche monster kind of romance, but it is also male, and I know that not everybody's into that at all. But I absolutely love and adore this. I think it's super sweet, and I just... With where this one ends off, I need to find Volume 3 very, very soon. I know we're also going to get Volume 4 this year, which I'm very excited about. This is a very slow releasing series, if you weren't aware, but it is so, so good. It took me forever to track down Volume 2. I actually found it when I was out in Tennessee with Izzy, and so I just snagged it because that's just where I'm at. So yes, really enjoyed those. So I do have a couple of buddy reads I'm in the middle of, so I'm going to quickly talk about my thoughts about them. So first up, I'm buddy reading Restaurant to Another World Volume 3 with Lindsay over at Lindsay Tutt. She and I have been buddy reading these so far. These ones always make me super hungry. So I'm now very hungry. I just barely got finished reading this. And I'm only about 50 pages in. I've only read the first couple of chapters, but each one is very episodic. If you've ever watched the anime, they would do basically like 2 chapters per episode. And I would love to see the anime continue, honestly. I know there's quite a few more volumes of the light novel, and I do plan on picking them up soon. But I am really enjoying this third one. And I think if I do them too close together, I don't enjoy them as much. So I do one of these like every 6 months or something. And I just really enjoy it when I spend my time with it. It's very slice of life. It's about this door that opens to a restaurant in another world once a week. And it's glorious. I absolutely love it. It's a great time. And then the other thing is my buddy read with Izzy over at Happy For Now. We are buddy reading Scum Villains, Self-Saving System. It's really fun so far. So I'm 135 pages in at this point, about to start the third chapter, which I'll start tomorrow. There's only 5 chapters in this, so they're fairly long. So we've kind of been taking 2 days to read a chapter is kind of how we've broken it down for us. And it's been working well. It's a bit denser, so we just take our time with it, and we're really enjoying it. I really enjoyed the second chapter quite a bit. I feel like it helped flesh out our characters and our story a bit better. So I'm very, very excited for the future of this one. And I know it's only 4 volumes, so I'm really excited to see where it goes. But that is my first update. It was a fairly long and long-winded one, but that's what I've gotten read so far. You'll see more B-roll and stuff, and then I'll let you know what I've read next.
This time, all we really have is time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody.
Hi. So it's been a few days since I've updated this vlog. We are now at the 6th of March. I know I'm kind of sitting in the same spot again. I'm sorry. I have read a little bit. I've kept going in my buddy reads, really enjoying those. And then I already talked to you about Tori Ton Birds of a Feather, right? I don't think I talked to you about I Want to Be a Wall Volume 2, have I? I don't think so. Anyways, I Want to Be a Wall Volume 2 was absolutely brilliant and fantastic. I would 10 out of 10 recommend this series. There's a lot of great discussions here about their unique situation and the partnership there, and about how if they found their person, or if their person acknowledged them, they would both be okay letting the other one go, because they're basically in a marriage of convenience at this point. And it's really sweet. And there's a lot of really great discussions here about understanding asexuality and how people who are asexual can behave sometimes and be insensitive to people they're in partnerships with, without realizing they're being insensitive because they don't feel the same way others do. And so this was just a really good volume. I cannot wait for the next one. It's going to be so good. I have also finished 2 other books. One I'm going to talk about in another vlog, so I'm not going to mention it here. It's part of that project I've started this month. And then the other one is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. Now, this is not out till July. I read this very early because I got a Libro FM ARC, and I also got my e-ARC from Forever. And this is brilliant. It is Raylo fanfic, so I know some people are over that trope. But she's not constantly talking about how big he is like Ali Hazelwood does. So in this one, he is a florist. She's a wedding planner. And they do some really unique things within this romance where his perspective until the very end is from their past relationship, and hers is all in the present. So you're not getting both their perspectives in the same moment, but that actually ended up working really well for me. When they do finally come together in the end, I feel like it's the appropriate time, because they both react differently to how things happened in the past. She, in the present, is talking a lot about how she felt in the past. And then he is doing things in the present that are things he would have done in the past as well. And so you know his feelings haven't changed. And so it's really well done. And there's this whole thing about how he has flower tattoos, and she has to honor and acknowledge all of his flower tattoos. And that ends up being a really sweet thing in the end. And I just love it. I love this book a whole lot. I'm going to be talking about it quite a bit and recommending it, because this is exactly what I needed to read after, like, while I was reading the other book that I was reading. It's got a little bit of that rom-com-y kind of feel, but if you like books centered around weddings, this is definitely going to be for you, because it is all about weddings. And I just loved it. I really did. I don't want to say much more because I don't want to spoil it. So it's so good. And I love the way the mechanic worked. I'm definitely going to be reading more Julie Soto in the future. And I think the only other thing I've read, other than the buddy reads since we last talked, is Volume 6 of Yona, which I absolutely love and adore. Members get exclusive vlogs. I've filmed it. I haven't gotten it to you guys yet. I will soon. I'm going to be doing lots of Yona reading this week, and hopefully lots of One Piece reading, so I can get those caught up this week. And then I've got some other books I'm going to be starting. I haven't decided my next audiobook. I should do that before I leave for work today. But speaking of, I need to actually go do a little makeup, actually do my hair, and do that. So anyways, just wanted to check in with you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you.
Hi friends, good morning. So as you saw from B-roll, I just filled up my car. Today is currently the 8th. And I thought I would quickly update you guys while I am on my way to a doctor's appointment real quick. Well, it's not really a doctor's appointment. There was something in my blood work a couple of months ago that my doctor just wanted to double check today. So I just have to go get a quick blood draw. Then I'm done. And yeah. So let's talk about what I've been reading since we last chatted. So my current audiobook, which I'm almost finished with, is the Tatami Galaxy. I forget the author's name, but I'll put it right here in the corner for you. So in this one, we're essentially following this man as he journeys through his first couple of years of college, but kind of Groundhog Day style. Again, it's kind of a little weird, quirky little book. It's a work in translation from Japanese. And I believe there's an animated film about this one as well, which I have not watched. But I just find the whole concept very intriguing about how it's a really good look at how little decisions can affect the trajectory of your life. But if you are meant to come across certain people or experience certain things, you will. Because in this time loop situation, there are certain beats that our character always hits. And so it's very interesting to me in that way, because I just honestly think it was very clever. Again, it's kind of a weird little book. That doesn't mean it's bad. When I say weird, it doesn't mean bad. It's just weird as in unexpected, outside the norm, not what we're used to seeing in a novel kind of thing. So that's what I'm saying as weird. Like, it's not weird, it's just different. And not everybody's gonna like the Tatami Galaxy, because our main character, he's not the most likable dude. You know, he's very much a 20s college kid where, you know, he thinks way too much about boobs and is very judgy of certain people within his life. And so it's just very interesting overall. There are just little ties and little connections that make things a little bit different each time, and it's just very clever. I really am enjoying it. I've got maybe a half an hour left of that, so I'll just knock that out today. The other thing I'm currently reading, I'm reading an ebook for a vlog that I'm gonna be putting up hopefully sometime this month. I did get my next Year of Sanderson box, so you guys will be seeing that before you see this vlog. So if that's up, it should be up, but it'll be in the corner. And the other physical book I'm reading is one that was loaned to me by a coworker, which I'm considering doing a coworkers recommend me books vlog. So if y'all are interested in that, let me know down below. But this is it's called Desperately Seeking Roommate. It's one of my friend's favorites. We've got a curvy heroine. This is very much a new adult romance. They are in college. She's like, but it's almost not new adult because they're in their last year of college. But I'm like, but they're still in college, honey. It's still new adult. But the writing is really good. I'm really enjoying the setup so far. So they just did the rent at her apartment and she loves it. It is a 2-bedroom. So she decides to get a roommate to help supplement the rent, which is pretty common at that age in life. And the person who ends up answering her ad, like, they have this really fun banter over the phone, but neither says their name. So they have no idea who each other are until they meet up for the first time before saying yes to living together. And so when she shows up, she finds out that it's the college football heartthrob that has answered her ad. His name is Abel. And so far, he's very much like the not like other football players kind of guy, where he's like done with the party scene and some things like that. His former roommate is an awful garbage human. So I understand why he doesn't want to live with him anymore. But yeah, so it's cute so far. I've only read like 60-ish pages in that one. So again, if you guys want me to do a separate vlog talking about books that I get recommended from my coworkers, I'm more than happy to do that. So just let me know. But yeah, so that pretty much is all I've read, I think, since I saw you last. I haven't picked up any manga the last couple days. I'm probably going to pick some up today. I want to catch up on Yona before the live show this weekend, which is going to be Sunday, which will go up before this one. Because, you know, this is the equivalent of like my mid-month wrap-up, as y'all know. You just get lots of extra fun things in it. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure. I think I've talked to you guys about everything. Because I did an update Monday morning before work. Yeah, I did an update Monday before work. It's only been 2 days. So, and I just haven't picked up any manga the last couple days just because yesterday morning, instead of doing things, I kind of edged out, which totally valid. I'm allowed to do that. Because sometimes I need to do that for my sanity. So I think that's it for now.
What was it they used to say? Seeking you will find. There is nothing in you that's fading. All you ever do is shine.
Hi friends! So I have been a horrible vlogger. Life kind of kicked me in the pants. I lost my grandmother. She is my last remaining grandparent, so I've been kind of dealing with that since my last update. You've seen some B-roll since then, but I need to catch you up on the rest of the things I've read so I can close out this vlog. Now I have read 2 more books for like my secret project vlog, so I'm not going to really talk about those. But let's talk about the other things that I have been reading. Let me check my journal so that I don't miss anything. Okay, so I did finish the 2 buddy reads. I gave them both 4 stars. They're really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed both of them. Had a great time. Would definitely recommend checking them out. So that is Restaurant to Another World, the light novel. This one was volume 3. And then the first volume of the Scum Villain Self-Saving System. This one has like a video game isekai kind of feel to it. And so it's really, really fun. I really enjoy it. And then Secret Project. And then I've reread 2 books. Because I kind of reread and go back to comfort things. I made my comfort reads video. If you haven't seen it, it's up in the corner. But I made that video because I've been trying to comfort myself and deal with things. So I've reread 2 Mariana Zapata books. One is All Roads Lead Here. No one's surprised. All Roads Lead Here made my best books of 2022 list. I still love and adore this book. Every time I read it, I love it more. And the other one that I reread for the first time was The Best Thing. This is one that involves a rugby player who gets injured and kind of holes up and thinks his career is over. But in the process, he ends up leaving his girlfriend, who she finds out a couple weeks later is pregnant, kind of behind and in the dust and didn't respond to anybody. So she didn't get a hold of him. She tried every way she could to get a hold of him, to let him know that she was pregnant and that they were going to have a child together. And all of a sudden, 17 months later, he shows up in town in Houston, and he's from New Zealand. And he wants to win her back, but he hasn't heard any of the messages, so he doesn't know anything about his daughter. And this is very much a groveling hero trying to win back the woman that he let go in a stupid, selfish moment. And along the way, he gets to know his daughter and her family. She gets to know his family because they end up coming into town. And it's a really beautiful story about a second chance love that really didn't have the most stable of foundations in the first place, but they find a way to stabilize it together. And so it was really fantastic. I really love and enjoy this one. I can understand why people wouldn't like this one, though, just because some people can't forgive the hero for being gone and just ghosting her essentially for that long. And so I get it. it's not going to be for everybody. And then the other thing I am currently reading is Darkstorm by Christine Feehan, another one of my comfort authors. But this is one that I haven't read. I'm about halfway through. So you'll hear more about this in my next vlog. And yeah, so book-wise, I believe that's all I needed to talk to you about. I did start my next audio, which is Wait For It, which is the equivalent of a single parent romance, but it's another Mariana Zapata, so that'll keep me busy. We'll talk more about that in the next one. Okay, switching journals here. Okay, so I did read through volume 10 of Yona of the Dawn, so that live show will be linked in the corner. Just so you know, members get my exclusive thoughts in those vlogs. That I do just for members. I do one per volume. I also do member exclusive vlogs for my read through of One Piece. I am up through volume 14 right now. I am a bit behind on my goal for that. I should be up to volume 22 by now. But I'm through volume 14. I'm still really enjoying it. I'm probably going to get a fair bit read this weekend as I travel to the funeral and whatnot. But yes, another thing that I read was the first 5 volumes of Kaiju number 8. I did vlog it for you guys, so I will again leave that linked in the corner for you to check out. Another one that I read and loved and adored is Ladies on Top Volume 2. Yes, this came out and this confirmed that we are not getting peg baited. A designated video just for Ladies on Top 2 will be coming your way soon. So again, I'm not going to say too much here other than I continue to really love and adore it. If you want my thoughts on Volume 1, I will link that video in the corner. Okay, and then I'm double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. So there's 2 more I need to talk to you about. I'm not going to go dig them out. I'll just put digital pictures in here because it's only 2. I can handle 2 in editing. So first is Monologue Woven for You, Volume 3. This concludes this college-based Yuri story in which 2 girls are hiding something from one another as they begin to date. But as they clear the air, they're able to work through it. And it's really sweet. I really enjoyed it. It's full color. I could see some people not liking it and why, but I feel like those are spoilers, so I can't really say, but I do think it's worth a try. I think it's really sweet, and the way they work through it is genuine, and I really appreciated that. The other one is Wonder Cat Q-chan Volume 7. I put it in the B-roll, but I forgot to mention it earlier. So yes, I did read Wonder Cat Q-chan Volume 7. It's, again, an adorable volume. I really thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. Again, this is like a 4-coma style comic about Q-chan, who's a bow tie wearing cat who's too smart for his own good, and his owner, and the adventures that they go on. So nothing crazy, but still lots of fun. I really enjoyed my time with it, and I think that's everything. I think I've talked to you about the rest. So that is it for now. Kodansha recently put a bunch of volume 1s up for free. So yes, I did snag a bunch. And that's a conversation for another day. But anyhow, I'm really excited about the reading I have been getting done. I think the trip will give me a good chance to get some reading done as well. And to get some family time in as well during this time. So I may not read it all. I don't know. I'm going to bring my camera. We'll see what happens. I mean, you'll see me driving up and probably driving back. I don't know how much you'll see of where I'm at. She lived about 3.5, 4 hours from me. So it's a bit of a drive. My partner and I are going to listen to an audiobook on the drive. So that will be nice. And yeah. I think that's everything for this vlog. If you're here just because you love me, leave me a rainy umbrella emoji, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods. Lost as I should.